We're here today at the launch of the DJI Osmo. But what exactly is the Osmo? Well, DJI have taken the Zenmuse X3 camera and gimbal that features on their Inspire 1 drones and combined it with this controller hand grip. So let's talk a little bit about the camera. It's a 1/2 of an inch compact camera sensor. It's a Sony Osmo sensor that's capable of shooting 12 million pixel images and 4K video. Of course, the Osmo is all about how this camera is stabilised, and for this, DJI have employed the same technology that they use in their drones. There's a 3-axis brushless gimbal here that, as I move the camera around, makes it completely steady. As I move around, you can just see how the motors in the gimbal compensate for the camera movement, and the result is really steady video footage. But the Osmo has a few tricks up its sleeve. This trigger on the front activates a few features. If you press and hold down, it locks that camera in whatever position you're in to keep it completely steady. Double click on the button and the camera quickly shifts back round to a central position. And of course it's 2015, so if we press the button 3 times, it activates the selfie mode. But the Osmo doesn't stop there. On the back is a small thumb joystick, and by shifting this around, you can actually control the movement of the camera completely separately. So if you want to remain in one position, you can create really dramatic panning sweeps and stuff, all from using this thumb joystick. The video start and stop button is placed just here, and there's a button there which just controls the shutter if you want to take a still image. On the front of a camera is a 3.5mm jack socket, so you can incorporate a microphone into it, but there is a microphone built into the handle. And on the side there is an accessory socket, and DJI have come up with a number of accessories for this. There's an extension pole, there's a mount for your bike, there's a mount for a car, there's a very simple tripod, and of course the main accessory is a mount so that you can attach your mobile phone to it, which of course is how you'll view the footage from the camera. So usually on the side here is where the smartphone grip would be attached. The smartphone just sits in the cradle and it connects to the camera via Wi-Fi. It works using the standard DJI Go app, so as well as controlling any drones you may have, you'll also be able to control the Osmo. Within the app itself, there is a number of different features and settings you can change. As you'd expect, you can change all of the camera's shooting parameters, and you can change a number of the different video settings as well. It will also shoot 120 frames a second at 1080p. Just like the Ronin stabilizer, you also have the option to go into the individual settings for the different motors of the brushless gimbal. You can change their speed and you can change their smoothness. This is great if you want to have a custom setup for a specific shot that you want. So for DJI, this represents kind of the start of a modular camera system for them. And the final big trick up its sleeve is the fact that this will work with any of the Zenmuse cameras. If you are already lucky enough to have an Inspire drone and a Zenmuse X3 or even the latest X5 cameras, you can take them off your drone and then simply insert them onto the Osmo handle. Now for photographers and filmmakers, this is absolutely fantastic, as let's not forget the Zenmuse X5 can shoot 4K, but with a 4/3 sensor and a micro 4/3 mount. And of course, if you're using the Zenmuse X5 RAW, you can shoot 4K footage in a RAW format, that's Cinema DNG. All of a sudden, this becomes a really powerful tool for filmmakers to add to their armoury. Currently, DJI are in the process of updating the DJI Go app so that it works with the Zenmuse X5 cameras. You'll be able to see a live view and you'll be able to control the camera settings, but currently the autofocus and aperture control isn't quite working. However, we've been assured that this is something that they're working on putting right in the near future, so expect updates to the app pretty shortly. So we've been lucky enough to spend a bit of time with this now over the last couple of days. And I have to say, it's a really neat little product. I wasn't really sure quite what to expect when I first saw it. The handle and grip is really nice. It fits snugly in the hand. The camera itself has obviously been designed for a drone, so it's spherical, which means it's very well balanced on there. It's a really lightweight device too. So you can throw it in your bag, you can take it away if you're on holiday and really make the most of those moments where otherwise you'd be shaking around and wobbling. It will lend a real cinematic quality to those home movies, those travel videos. And for videographers, it offers an alternative to using a GoPro and a different brushless gimbal, particularly with the 4K RAW footage from the Zenmuse X5. So it's the 8th of October 2015 and the price of the Osmo is £550. You can pre-order from today and it's expected to start shipping in a couple of weeks' time, which is when we're hoping to get a full working sample of the camera, and we're going to really put it through its paces with this one. So keep checking back to thevideomode.com for more information about the DJI Osmo and loads of other video related products.